I want to show you a few apps where you can get lent money in just a few steps. And in most cases, there's no credit checks and you can get funded instantly. Best part, you can apply right from your phone. Let's go. What's going on YouTube? Welcome to Currency Counts, where I cover all things money. So this is a must-see video if you need some quick cash. So I'm going to throw these out pretty rapid fire. If you want detailed information on any of these apps I'm covering today, I do have standalone videos, so make sure you check those out. All right, so enough with all the intro stuff. Let's get right into it. The first one is from an app called Varo, V-A-R-O. And with Varo, you can borrow up to $500 with no credit check. There's also no late fees and you can get approved and funded instantly. There's two catches to Varo. They do have a cash advance fee of $1.60 to $40 depending on your loan amount. So for example, if you borrow $20, your flat fee is going to be $1.60. If you borrow $500, your fee is going to be $40. Second, you will need to sign up for the Varo checking account to be approved for the Varo cash advance. The good part is it's free. And that's the way you're going to get funded, through that Varo checking account. So it really is instant funding. Varo also has a few other features like the credit builder and the savings account. They also have a credit line, different than the cash advance, because with the cash advance, you can only borrow up to $500, but there's no credit check. With the credit line, you can borrow up to $2,000, but they do require a credit check. So if you want to borrow a quick $500 but are thinking, I don't know if I want to pay $40 in a flat fee, I have a bonus product we'll cover a little bit later in the video. But with that bonus product, you can borrow up to $500 with no fees, no interest, and no credit check. Next is an app called Lenme, not Lend Me, Lenme. So Lenme does things a little bit different than these other apps I'm covering today. Lenme is more of a peer-to-peer lending platform, which allows people like you and me to lend money and get a return on our investment. On the flip side of that, it allows people with bad credit or people that don't want to get their credit pulled to get funded. Because with the Lenme app, it's not up to the banks, it's up to your peer, aka you or me, to decide either to fund or not to fund the loan. So the way it works is you request a loan through the Lenme platform from $50 to $5,000. Investors looking to loan money see your request and send you offers, and then you choose the offer that works for you. So even if you have a low credit score or a bad credit score, you can still get approved, because it's not the banks approving you, it's people like you and me. Imagine getting funded $5,000 with a 500 credit score. Now let's be real, that probably won't happen, but it could. Once a loan is agreed to, funds will be deposited into your bank account within 1 to 2 business days. Next is MoneyLion. Now MoneyLion has the most features out of all these apps I'm covering today. They have a credit card, they have a savings account, they have a credit builder, they have a credit monitoring account, they even have investing. But the one we're looking at today is called Instacash, which is a cash advance loan. With Instacash, you can borrow up to $500 with no credit check or interest. You even have the option for instant funding. The only catch with instant funding is there is a fee, or you can go fee free, but it will take 1 to 5 days for your loan to be deposited. So unlike Varo, that requires you to open a new checking account through the app to be qualified for that loan, MoneyLion doesn't require that, but you will need to link an existing bank account. Your account will need to be at least 2 months old, have direct deposit history, have a positive bank balance, and is active. There is also ID verification requirements, which may require you to submit a SSN. So before I get all the crazy comments, your SSN will only be used for ID verification, not to pull your credit. So let's talk about fees real quick. So like I mentioned, you don't need to open a MoneyLion checking account to be approved for this Instacash loan, but your turbo fee, which is your instant funding fee, will be less if you open and have those funds deposited into a MoneyLion checking account. So for example, anywhere from $50 to $65 with a MoneyLion account, it'd be a $3.99 fee. For an external account, it'll be a $5.99 fee. $90 to $100, it'd be a $6.99 fee with a MoneyLion account, $8.99 fee for an external account. And it goes on and on. One thing I do like about this MoneyLion Instacash account is you have the ability to raise your credit limit from $500 to $1,000 with qualifying direct deposits. All right, let's move on to the next one. Next is from the One app. They have a feature called At Work, formerly called Even. So At Work is not a loan. What they do is allow you to access part of your paycheck early, and there's no fees to use this service. The only downside here is your employer will need to be partnered with One At Work. So even though it's not a loan, I'm including it here on the list because it might be a good fit for some people that are looking for quick cash, don't want a credit check, don't want fees, and don't want interest. And speaking of no fees, credit check, or interest, it's bonus time. Chime has a feature called My Pay, which allows you to borrow up to $500 instantly with no credit check, fees, or interest. The only catch is you will need to sign up for a Chime bank account, but guess what? That's also free. And when you sign up right now through the link in my description, you can receive $100 when you sign up, set up direct deposit, and follow a few simple steps. Not points, it's not rewards, it's not some random thing you've never heard of. It's actual $100 deposited into your Chime bank account. So sign up, receive $100, and get a fee-free MyPay loan. And if you like this video so far, subscribe and hit that like button. I'm so close to hitting 100,000 subs. It's free to you, and it helps me to keep creating great content just like this. All right, so the next one is Grid. They have a cash advance that lends up to $200 with no late fees, no interest, and no credit check. And approval is instant. They also have a feature called Pay Boost, but I'm not gonna get into that right now. Let's go back to the cash advance. To qualify for the Grid cash advance, you will need a Grid Plus membership, which is $10 a month. You will also need to link an existing bank account, and most banks are accepted, except Varo, Chime, and Capital One. So Grid has 2 membership tiers, the free tier and the Grid Plus tier, which is $10 a month. The free membership, you only have access to Pay Boost. With Plus, not only do you have access to Pay Boost, but you have access to the cash advance. So a $10 a month membership fee and only up to a $200 cash advance. So Grid is probably one of the ones I try last. First being Chime. Not only are you getting $100 when you sign up through the link in my description, but you can receive up to a $500 MyPay loan with no fees, interest, or credit check. So I want to thank you for watching. Don't forget to sign up for Chime through the link in my description to receive your $100. I hope this video was helpful. See you next time.